everybody, it's Melanie. Let's talk about higher power when it comes to healing. Higher power can be an elusive term because we have a lot of indoctrinations in our past and they can be very triggering on what higher power can mean. So in my regards to healing, we're talking about some type of universal force that's bigger than ourselves. When we get hooked into finally taking care of ourselves and beginning to heal, it's hard to not hear those voices about other people and groups and the things that we've been told about what it means to take care of ourselves, right? So we have to put other people first. We can't be selfish. You got to think about other people's feelings, and there's a lot of guilt and shame that gets triggered up in our systems. So no matter how logical we can be that we know that we're supposed to do this self-care, we know we're supposed to do the healing, it's hard for us to not want to shut that stuff down and go back into, well, I don't want to be selfish and I don't want to be like those people that are self-absorbed. So how do I find my inner guidance to be able to tell me what's right and wrong? How do I discern? And that universal energy that goes through us, that divine intervention, is higher power. So whatever that means to you, there is no specific thing that it has to be. But what I do know is that there has to be something bigger than us that guides us, that we're hooked into. We're all connected one way or another. So if it's nature, if it's God, if it's a totem, if it's animals, if it's people, if it's your family, energetically, it's tapping into that vine of energy that goes all the way through us. And so that comes into symbolism. Our mind, our ego mind, can't just conceptualize this abstract force that's out there, that energetic piece, the electricity, the cosmos. It's fabulous, it's wonderful, but how does it work in your life? How do you feel it? How do you witness it? How do you know that it's drawing you back to your essence? Because we get blocked up with all these other belief systems, these old indoctrinations, these institutions that have told us who we are and what we're supposed to do. But really, it's really deep in here. And if we can sit and connect, that is our guidance. So higher power does not have to be a necessarily kind of God or goddess or situation, but it can be. It's whatever is right for you. And many times we can have lots of different kinds of symbols, right? You're allowed to think of all these different things as nature and the divine and the cosmos and the universe and angels and spirit and source. All of those can be blended together in whatever your understanding is and your relationship with your higher power. So that is what I am encouraging you to be with at this time, because I've never seen anybody get better or fully heal if they're thinking that they're all by themselves. That feudalism, that nihilism, that we're all alone, that there's nothing else, it's that fatalism, there's nothing else there then. So what are you connecting to? Even the electricity in our body has to go somewhere, right? So what is it for you? I want you to be able to take some time for yourself and see what that is. And if you need to borrow a totem for a while, then do it. As you sit and become still in breath and breathing, meditation, whatever works for you, the body and the mind are going to come together. They're going to have that stillness and they're going to be connected. And then there's something else that's higher than us. So what is that for you? Because it's necessary. I know it's tricky. It can take weeks, months, and years to find out what that is, and then it shifts and moves. Can you be open-minded to let that come in? And there's going to be a lot of scary stuff for some people that you're not allowed to have that, but the body knows, the system knows that it's connected to other things. It's the electrical being. So this healing doesn't work if we don't have some kind of current and some kind of connection to something bigger than ourselves. Not one thing is in charge of us. Not one thing, especially my tricky monkey ass mind, is not in charge of me all the time either, though it wants to be. So what is it that I'm going to pull in when things get tricky, when my mind starts going bonkers on me? What can I turn to over and over and over again? It can be past loved ones. It can be anything that works for you, any type of totem or angel or anything that works for you that's in its higher form, okay? I like to put in whatever is in my highest good, whatever the highest good for all, and let that come forward and discern that and see if that feels right for you. So that's my thoughts about higher power in regards to healing. Doesn't have to be mystical or metaphysical or institutionalized. It's yours. And in 12-step, they call it your God is my God is none of your business, right? It's whatever it is for you. It's my personal relationship with the divine. It is sacred, it's amazing, and it's somewhat necessary in order for me to heal and surrender to what's in the best interest of myself. You dig? All right, if you have any questions, feel free to always contact me about this. I love this dialogue because if you know my story, I went all the way down different paths, and it's all about science and the connection and healing for me. And I honor every single person's belief system as long as it's not hurting anyone else and if it's not hurting you. So how do we heal? These are the results, and this is the theory and philosophy that I know that's more of a science for you. So hope that helps, and if you have any questions, seek me out. Peace. See you later.